Hello everybody, my name's Cade Ryan, and I'd like to welcome you back to the first 2-minute drill of the playoffs. And to start us off, we got the 9th seeded Lincoln 18ers versus the 8th seeded Only the Fam. And the Only Fam was looking to move on to the quarterfinals against a team they had already beaten this season, with some help from Tucker with a nice layup here, looking like the star on the floor for Only the Fam with another layup right here. But Tucker's ability to control the floor was not enough for Only the Fam as they come away with a loss to the Lincoln 18ers 61-51. And our next matchup was the Ozone Boys, the 7th seed, versus 10th seed bogeykicks. And the Ozone Boys were missing some key valuable players in the Hogan brothers, but that just meant Paul McGuire had to step up even more tonight. David DePino was hungry for the first win on the season, throwing down an easy 2 right here, followed by a very easy 2 from Chase Banks. And this hunger for their first win on the season showed too much for the Ozone Boys, as the bogeykicks take this one 73-63. And for our next matchup, we got the 4th seeded Werewolves versus the 5th seeded Halfway Crooks. And looking to battle their way to a championship, Brian Henson showed up, throwing down one of his 24 right here. And already having a loss to the Werewolves this season, the Halfway Crooks were not going home without a fight. Spence Booker showing that with a nice layup over Brian Henson. And playing a great defensive team means you gotta get some contested layups, just like this one by Jeff Winchell. Both teams struggling to get up shots. You would never guess it by this 3-pointer right here by Sam Clifford. Werewolves won this one 56-43. And next up we got our 3rd seed Rhode Island Warriors versus the 6th seeded Sin City. And as just seen, ball movement was a key for the Warriors win this game, being able to get open shots just like this one. And another key for the Warriors this game was their 3 game, Hachi making it look easy as he knocks down a 3 right here. And the last time these two teams met, their game ended in an overtime win going towards the Warriors. But number 69, Jan Avedijian, wanted to make sure there was no overtime this week. The Warriors took this one 90-68. And for our next matchup, we got the number 1 seeded Ozone Boys versus some familiar faces we saw earlier, the Lincoln 18ers at the 9 seed. And being their second game of the night, the Lincoln 18ers showed a little bit of fatigue with a lazy foul here on John Coutu as he makes a nice and 1. The Lincoln 18ers still wanted to show up and have some fun. Tommy Freezepop saying a nice 3. But the Ozone Boys were able to show how to have some fun and still get the win with this beautiful pass from Brian Yars to Zach Tatargula for 3. And the Ozone Boys made quick work of the Lincoln 18ers tonight. They won this one 115-70. And next up we had an entertaining game from the 2nd seed Lob City versus the 10th seed bogeykicks coming off their first win. And we knew from the tip-off this was going to be a fun one as Jose Mercado threw down a lob early on. But bogeykicks did not fear a challenge. Chase Banks showing that as he knocks down a 3 right here. But Lob City wanted to show that they feared no one as Jose Mercado throws it down over Chase Banks. Followed by this impressive play by Colin Burns as he had Mike Evans on skates, knocking down a 3 in his face. And even though Lob City was up for most of the game, there was still a show to be put on. And all the fans were treated by some nice dunks here, right here, this one here, also this one, and this one. And after the final buzzer, Lob City had some fun throwing down some dunks, like this insane one from Carl Lee where he almost hits his head on the rim, as they take this one 79-65. And looking at next week's matchups, we got some exciting ones with the number 2 seed Lob City versus number 3 seed Rhode Island Warriors. And we got the Ozone Boys at the 1 seed versus number 4 seed the Werewolves. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to this long 2 minutes. And we'll see you next week as we follow up the semifinals games. Legacy Leagues, build your legacy.